Streetlights are melting on the midnight glass. Your voice is a river running through the past. You came through the doorway with rain in your hair, soft as a secret, too heavy to share. The bass guitar whispered low under your breath, like love had been hiding one step before death. The piano was muted in a smoky blue room. The saxophone wandered like a ghost in perfume. And you sing so slowly, like the dark has time. Every note holds me on the edge of the line. Take me down those velvet roads to nowhere, where the night moves deep and slow. Let your voice become the blue air in the places we don't go. Take me down those velvet roads to nowhere, past the lights we used to know. If I lose myself inside you, let the midnight overflow. The drums fall behind us, loose dust in the rain, a heartbeat of shadows, a beautiful pain. Your high notes keep glowing, but never too bright, like a silver confession hidden inside the night. You don't have to promise, you don't have to stay, just breathe one more melody and pull me away. In your eyes so gently, with a spell in your tones, warm like surrender, cold like being alone. Take me down those velvet roads to nowhere, where the night moves deep and slow. Let your voice become the blue air in the places we don't go. Take me down those velvet roads to nowhere, past the lights we used to know. If I lose myself inside you, let the midnight overflow. Keep the sax in the distance, keep the bassline warm. Let the silence surround us like shelter from the storm. Don't wake me with morning, don't call this a dream. I was born for the darkness that shines in between. Take me down, velvet road, those doors to nowhere. Take me down where the night moves deep and slow. Let your voice become the blue air in the places we don't go. Take me down those velvet roads, past the lights we used to know. If I lose myself inside you, let the midnight overflow. Streetlights are fading on the midnight glass. Your voice keeps moving slowly through the past. pulse in the room. Her voice came like a halo, made of ice and moon. She stood in the silence, where the smoke wouldn't dry eyes. A pale little vision, with midnight in her eyes. The piano fell softly, one note at a time, like snow on a secret, like a prayer after a crime. A trumpet was sighing far under the rain, and somewhere a saxophone remembered my pain. She sang so high, the dark became still, a beautiful ghost with a dangerous will. She wears a halo made of ice, cold little angel, soft as vice. Every breath a silver chain, every note a velvet pain. She wears a halo made of ice, burning blue in the empty night. If I follow where she glows, leave my heart beneath the snow. The drums were a whisper, dust under skin. The bass line was breathing, then fading again. She moved like a shadow, too slow to be real. No touch, only distance, still teaching me to feel. Her long nose was trembling in played reverb, like light through a window with nobody there. She held the silence with luminous hands. I lost my name where the cold night stands. She wears a halo made of ice, cold little angel, soft as vice. Every breath a silver chain, every note a velvet pain. She wears a halo made of ice, burning blue in the empty night. If I follow where she glows, leave my heart beneath the snow. Maybe she was never mine, only moonlight dressed in sound. Maybe love is just a sign that disappears when touched too loud. Blue frost on the mirror, no pulse in the room. Her voice became the halo, still shining through the gloom. Rain on the window, smoke in the light. Your voice comes closer out of the night. You enter softly, like a secret song. The room turns quiet when you move along. The piano whispers in a minor glow. The saxophone is breathing where the blue lights go. Your eyes are velvet, your smile is slow. You hold a sadness I already know, and I feel you rising like heat beneath the rain. So sweet, so hypnotizing, so close to pain. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. The brushes move gently, like hands on skin. The bassline is low, where the night begins. You sing like moonlight on a broken glass. Every long note brings back the past. Your breath is silver, your touch is air. I close my eyes and you are everywhere. And your voice keeps climbing with a beautiful lake. A soft storm shining before it breaks. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. Hold that note a little longer, let it tremble in the dark. Make my lonely heart remember how it felt before the scars. If the morning takes your shadow, leave your echo on my skin. I will follow through the silence just to hear your eyes again. You are the velvet flame in the rain, burning through my silence again. Soft as a shadow, deep as wine, pulling your darkness into mine. You are the velvet flame in the rain, warm little ghost inside my veins. Sing me higher, take me slow, I don't wanna let you go. Rain on the window, smoke in the light. Your voice fades slowly, but stays in the night. Blue smoke rising, slow in the room. Your voice is glowing, And I hear you breathing where the shadows bend. A slow kind of feeling I don't wanna end. Give me blue smoke devotion in the middle of the night. Sing me into the ocean where the dark feels right. Give me blue smoke devotion. Let the silence bloom. Your voice is a candle inside this lonely room. The brushes were trembling like whispers of rain. The bassline was moving, warm under the pain. You sang in slow motion with silver control. Every note rising straight through my soul. The smoky sex answered behind your side, like it knew the reason lonely hearts lie. And you rise so gently, like heat through glass, beautiful and empty, too deep to pass. You give me blue smoke devotion in the middle of the night. Send me into your ocean where the dark feels right. Give me blue smoke devotion. Let the silence bloom. Your voice is a candle inside this lonely room. Hold me in the echo where the streetlights fade. Let your soft crescendo turn my fear to shade. I don't need tomorrow, I don't need the sun, just your haunted whisper when the night is done. Give me blue smoke devotion in the middle of the night. Send me into your ocean where the dark feels right. Give me blue smoke devotion. Let the silence bloom. Your voice is a candle inside this lonely room. Blue smoke fading, rain on the grass. Your voice stays with me long after it passed. White breath on a black window. No moon in the sky. Her shadow moves so slowly, like a prayer passing by. She came through the silence with winter in her eyes. A pale little angel dressed in soft disguise. The piano barely whispered one chord, then it fell. A saxophone was sleeping like the dark has learned to glow. I should turn away now, but I let the cold wind blow. There is snowfall in her voice, falling slow over me. Every note is quiet poison, every breath is deep blue sea. There is snowfall in her voice, and I cannot leave the room. She is not a woman anymore. She is midnight in bloom. The baseline came like breathing from underneath the floor. So faint, so deep, so lonely. I needed nothing more. She looked through my sorrow like glass beneath the rain, touched the edge of my silence and made it sing again. No kiss, only distance, no fire, only air. Still I felt her around me, like perfume everywhere. And she moves so slowly, like a ghost beside the light. I should not remember, but she lives inside the night. There's snowfall in her voice, falling slow over me. Every note is quiet poison, every breath is deep blue sea. There is snowfall in her voice, and I cannot leave the room. She is not a woman anymore. She is midnight in bloom. If morning ever finds me, do not speak her name. Some beauty leaves no body, only hunger, only rain. White breath on a black window, no moon in the sky. Her shadow fades so slowly, but her song will never die. Her name was midnight on a rainy glass, a velvet whisper from a broken past. Soft lights trembled in the hotel blue, and every shadow led me back to you. She wore the silence like a diamond veil, eyes like smoke from a forbidden tale. Her voice came high through the heavy room, sweet as roses on a velvet tomb. The piano shivered low and slow, minor chords where lonely lovers go. A distant sax was crying thin, like it knew the trouble I was in. And she said, come closer, with a smile made out of sin. I knew I should not follow, but the dark invited me in. Her name was Midnight, soft and cold, a silver secret I could never hold. She kissed like danger, moved like rain, left her perfume in my pain. Her name was Midnight, deep and slow, a haunted song from long ago. touched my hand like a final prayer, then disappeared in the smoky air. I saw her face in the neon flame. Every blue street whispered her name. The bassline breathed beneath my chest like a guilty heart that could not rest. She never promised she would stay, only taught my soul to fade away. And she smiled so quiet, like she already knew. Some loves come like sirens, then leave the dark in you. Her name was Midnight, soft and cold, a silver secret I could never hold. She kissed like danger, moved like rain, left her perfume in my pain. Her name was Midnight, deep and slow, a haunted song from long ago. I lost my heart beneath her light, to the woman who was born from night. If I close my eyes, she's there again, walking barefoot through the rain. Not an angel, not a ghost, just the dream I needed most. Her name was Midnight on a rainy glass, a fading whisper from a broken past. The room is empty, the smoke is thin, but I still feel her under my skin. No fire over the city, no warmth behind the glass. Her voice came through the stillness like smoke from the past. She walked in slow as window, with pale light in her hair. A quiet kind of danger was breathing in the air. The piano touched the silence, then let the darkness bloom. A saxophone was fading in some forgotten room. Her eyes were soft as sorrow, her lips were cold as rain. She never said she loved me, but I followed just the same. And she sings so gently, like a ghost inside a dream. Every note surrounds me like a black and silver stream. Take me where the cold moon Her voice is a candle at the edge of my mind. She walks through the silence like a dream wearing black. Every step is a secret that never comes back. The bass guitar is whispering, warm under the floor, like a heart still waiting behind a locked door. The piano stays muted in a smoky low key, while the sax in the distance keeps crying for me. And she sings so gently, like the night has a soul. Every breath pulls me deeper where the dark waters roll. Slow rain on her velvet skin, falling where the night begins. Her voice moves soft, her shadow stays, turning my silence into haze. Slow rain on her velvet skin, warm little sorrow pulling me in. If I drift too far to see, let a midnight cover me. Loose drums keep breathing like dust in the air, a slow broken rhythm with nobody there. Her high notes are glowing through the reverb and smoke, like a silver confession too fragile to hold. She looks like a warning, but feels like a prayer, a beautiful danger suspended in air. And she rises and whispers with a slow burning ache. Every note gets brighter, but never fully breaks. Slow rain on her velvet skin, falling where the night begins. Her voice moves soft, her shadow stays, turning my silence into haze. Slow rain on her velvet skin, warm little sorrow pulling me in. If I drift too far to see, let a midnight cover me. Keep the sax far away, let it bleed in the blue. Let the bassline stay warm like a secret from you. Don't bring me the morning, don't open the sky. I could live in this darkness with her voice passing by. Slow rain on her velvet skin, falling where the night begins. Her voice moves soft, her shadow stays, turning my silence Your shadow is swaying close to the beat. You came in slowly with night in your hair, soft as a warning, floating through the air. The piano was muted like a secret untold. The saxophone whispered in velvet and gold. Your eyes held a hunger too quiet to name. Your lips were a candle inside of the rain. And I feel you moving like smoke on my skin. A little bit holy, a little like sin. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. when the blue lights fall and the room caves in. Hold me where the lonely hearts begin. Let your dark little melody pull me in. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. Soft like sorrow, warm like gin. Sing me high, breathe me slow. I'm already yours, but don't let me know. The brushes kept trembling like rain on glass. The bassline was breathing low from the past. You sang like a siren, but tender and still. Every note rising against my will. Your voice touched the ceiling and fell into me. A luminous fever, too deep to leave. And the night keeps bending around your name. Every soft crescendo turns into flame. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. when the blue lights fall and the room caves in. Hold me where the lonely hearts begin. Let your dark little melody pull me in. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. Soft like sorrow, warm like gin. Sing me higher, breathe me slow. I'm already yours, but don't let me know. If the dawn comes looking, tell it I'm not here. I'm lost in your echo, I'm drunk on your tears. Hold that no longer, let it bloom in the dark. Your voice is the match and my silence is the spark. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. when the blue lights fall and the room caves in. Hold me where the lonely hearts begin. Let your dark little melody pull me in. Give me that saxophone kiss at 3 a.m. Soft like sorrow, warm like gin. Sing me higher, breathe me slow. I'm already yours, but don't let me know. Rain on the street, your voice fades slowly, but stays with the beat. Black rain falling on a silver street. Slow drums breathing underneath. Your voice came floating through the neon haze, like a prayer from a dangerous place. You stood alone where the blue lights bend, a broken angel with a velvet end. Your lips were quiet, but your eyes confess every secret underneath that dress. The piano moved like a shadow, slow, soft little chords from a world below. I felt the bass crawl under my skin, like the night was asking me to sin. And you sing so high, like the moon has learned to cry. And I fall too deep where the lonely lovers sleep. You're a siren under black rain, calling my heart by its first name. Pull me close where the cold wind sigh. Kiss me once, then teach me goodbye. You're a siren under black rain, sweet as heaven, sharp as pain. I know the dark is swallowing me, but your voice is where I want to be. A smoky sax cry down the empty hall, like it knew I would lose it all. Your hands were warm with a midnight grace, but thunder lived behind your face. You said, don't love what you can't keep, then smile like trouble, soft and deep. I should have listened, I should have gone, but the night kept playing your favorite song. And you move so slow, like a secret nobody knows. And I stayed too long, wrapped inside your haunted song. You're a siren under black rain, calling my heart by its first name. Pull me close where the cold wind sigh. Kiss me once, then teach me goodbye. You're a siren under black rain, sweet as heaven, sharp as pain. I know the dark is swallowing me, but your voice is where I want to be. If the morning finds me gone, let the record keep spinning on. Every scar will hum your tune underneath the fading moon, underneath the fading moon. Black rain fading on a silver street. No more drums underneath my feet, but somewhere deep in the midnight blue, I still hear the dark singing you. Came in slow, where the warm lights fade, with a quiet pulse and a face half saved. The bass guitar moved like a hidden flame, softly calling out her name. The piano leaned into midnight blue, with a minor truth she already knew. And the saxophone curled through the air like an old love still standing there. She did not turn, she did not cry, she let the memory pass her by. A little smoke, a little scar, a little grief between the stars. He was the kind of beautiful wrong that makes a lonely night feel long. A hand like fire, a heart like stone, a kiss that leaves you more alone. There is smoke between the stars, there is light beneath the wound. She has carried broken love, but she is not consumed. There is smoke between the stars, there is mercy in the blue. She was lost inside his darkness, now she's drifting into truth. The drums brush low like distant rain, dusty and loose against the pain. The bass kept breathing warm and deep, like something holy under sleep. She used to wait beside the phone, with her heart dressed up as home, praying every missing call would turn to love after all. But silence taught her like a black silk evening gown, and all the night around her skin open wide to let her in. There is smoke between the stars, there is light beneath the wound. She has carried broken love, but she is not consumed. There is smoke between the stars, there is mercy in the blue. She was lost inside his darkness, now she's drifting into truth. Ooh, let the saxophone like a ghost above the rain. Ooh, let the bassline breathe through the center of her pain. Ooh, she is still gentle. Ooh, she is still bright. She can walk away from sorrow in the mirror, soft and pale. She saw the girl beneath the veil, the one who gave too much away to hands that never learned to stay. She whispered, I forgive you now, for every time you did not know how to choose the door, to leave the flame, to understand you were not to blame. Then the room became a quiet sea, wide enough to set her free. No thunder, no dramatic fall, just one clear breath beyond it all. The sax kept floating down the hall, the bass moved low beneath it all. And in the space between each sound, she found the self she thought had drowned. There's smoke between the stars, there is light beneath the wound. She has carried broken love, but she is not consumed. There is smoke between the stars, there is mercy in the blue. She was lost inside his darkness, now she's drifting into truth. There is smoke between the stars, there is warmth beneath the rain. She can bless what tried to break her and never go back again. There is smoke between the stars, there is dawn behind the glass. She is not the love that left her, she is everything that kept a glass rose by the window light, clear as a tear in the mouth of night. Every petal held a little pain, every thorn remembered his name. The room was breathing soft and slow, with piano smoke and a saxophone ghost. She touched the stem with trembling grace, like touching time, like touching fate. He once called her his only star, then left her wishing from afar. A velvet promise, cold and thin, a sweet beginning with a poison in. But she no longer waits by the door, no longer sleeps on a hurting floor. She learned that love should not require a woman burning in her own desire. Glass rose in the rain, still beautiful, still standing, even when the night is cold, even when the world is demanding. Glass rose in the rain, softly shining through the blue. She was broken by a love, but not destroyed by what she knew. She used to mistake pain for depth, held her breath till nothing was left, smiled through silence, called it peace, while losing pieces no one could see. The city hung beneath the moon, like a wounded heart in an empty room, and every cab light passing by looked like a dream learning to die. But somewhere under all that ache, something holy began to wake. A quiet voice beneath her skin said, "Girl, come home to yourself again." So she took her sorrow by the hand, walked it through the midnight land, and found beneath the shame and dust a softer kind of self-trust. Glass rose in the rain, still beautiful, still standing, even when the night is cold, even when the world is demanding. Glass rose in the rain, softly shining through the blue. She was broken by a love, but not destroyed by what she knew. Smoky bar, she saw him watching from afar. Same old eyes, same borrowed charm, same cold heaven in his arms. He said her name like a prayer too late, like regret had learned to wait. But she just smiled and turned away. Some ghosts don't get another day. She did not hate him, did not cry, did not need one last goodbye. She only left his shadow there, with the smoke and the empty chair. And for the first time in her chest, the silence did not feel like death, it felt like space. scars she owns like diamonds in the night. When dawn arrived and silver streams, she walked away from borrowed dreams. No longer his, no longer stained, a glass rose shining in the rain. She came alive where the streetlights fade, with a quiet fire and a slow parade. The bass guitar moved beneath her skin, like a secret pulling her back in. The piano leaned on a minor chord, soft as rain on a locked up door. The saxophone drifted far and thin, like a memory asking to begin. She had a heart full of unsaid things, broken prayers and folded wings. But in her eyes, beneath the smoke, there was a woman who finally woke. She did not come to be adored, she did not need him anymore. She came to feel the night, confess that leaving can be tenderness. There's a bassline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a bassline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried to save, but gained the soul she almost gave. He used to call her late at night, when the city wore its lonely light. His voice was honey, thin and sweet, a little poison in the heat. She used to answer every time, like pain could turn itself divine. Like if she loved him hard enough, he might become the man she loved. But half a heart is not a home, and borrowed warmth still leaves you cold. A kiss can glow and still be wrong, a flame can burn and not belong. So she stopped dancing in his dark, stopped feeding blood to a hungry spark, and every step away from him became a hymn beneath her skin. There's a bassline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a bassline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried to save, but gained the soul she almost gave. Ooh, let the saxophone sigh through the smoke of what has been. Ooh, let the piano cry for the girl who stayed within. Ooh, she is not bitter, ooh, she is not cold. She is just a woman learning what she should not hold. In a mirror full of midnight blue, she saw the truth come into view. Not cruel, not sharp, not dressed in blame, just a quiet voice that spoke her name. You were not hard to choose, you were not There's a baseline under her skin, warm and low where hope begins. She let the old love disappear and found herself still breathing here. There's a baseline under her skin, soft as sin but clean within. She lost the dream she tried to save but gained the soul she almost gave. There's a baseline under her skin, slow and warm through silver rain. She is not afraid of lonely, she is not returning to pain. There's a baseline under her skin, moving gently through the blue. She does not need his darkness to make her light feel true. When dawn came pale on the avenue, the sax still whispered through the blue. She walked alone but not unseen, a midnight heartbeat coming clean. The city opened, soft and wide, with all her ghosts still by her side. But none of them could pull her in, not with that baseline under her skin. She entered slow where the candles died, with a frozen smile and a storm inside. The room held still for her quiet grace, like time forgot how to leave that place. A trumpet breathed from a distant wall, thin as regret, soft as a fall. The piano whispered one blue chord like it had known her pain before. She was not chasing anyone, not the moon, not the morning sun. She only came to hear the sound of her own heart coming back around. Once she loved with trembling hands, built her dreams on sinking sand, gave her soul to a beautiful lie and called it heaven for a while. White flame in the black room burning, cold night, but her soul keeps turning. White flame, no more fading slowly. She lost her love, she found something holy. He touched her like a velvet crime, sweet for a breath, gone every time. His kisses left a silver stain, pleasure wrapped around the pain. She learned to read between the sighs, the empty warmth, the borrowed eyes. The kind of love that makes you small, then asks you why you hurt at all. But silence came like sacred snow, falling where the scars still glow. And in the dark she understood, not every goodbye is cruel. Some goodbyes are doors and rain, some goodbyes unchain the name of the woman underneath the ache, waiting for her soul to wake. White flame in the black room burning, saxophone cry for the girl who could not leave. Ooh, let the trumpet sigh for the heart that still believed. Ooh, I bless the sorrow, I bless the scar. It showed me I was more than someone else's dog. In the mirror, pale and high, she saw no victim in her eyes. Only a woman bruised but clear, who had survived another year. She whispered softly to the glass, I release what could not last. I release the hands that took, I rewrite the final book. No revenge beneath her tongue, no bitter song left to be sung. Just a quiet, holy breath rising from the edge of death. The night was wide, the street was bare, neon trembling in the air. She walked alone but not returning to the sun. White flame in the black room burning. Cold night, but her soul keeps turning. White flame, no more fading slowly. She lost her love, but she found something holy. Soft above the silence, tender heart no longer lost to violence. Wide high above the blue, she stopped becoming ashes for someone who never knew. When dawn arrived without a sound, she left her shadow on the ground. No final tear, no backward view, just light where the darkness grew. She keeps her sorrow in a velvet bag, with old love letters and a silver tag. A name she never says out loud, a ghost still breathing in the crowd. She wears red lipstick like a battle scar, walks alone beneath a dying star. No one knows the war she won before the city met the sun. She used to wait for someone's call, used to bend so she would not fall. But every silence made her see the only hand she needed was her own to be free. She is the woman after midnight, standing where the shadows break. She is a whisper phone cries through an empty room, like a rose still blooming in a tomb. She smiles at memories passing by, then lets them fade without asking why. She loved a man with a borrowed soul, wore him in his arms, but his touch was cold. He promised heaven, left her smoke, but she survived each word he broke. Now she does not chase the disappearing, does not beg the moon to stay. She has made a home inside her breathing and watched the pain dissolve away. She is a woman after midnight, standing where the shadows break. She is the whisper in the low light, learning what her heart can take. She is the flame beneath the cold rain, soft but never torn apart. She is the woman after midnight, with a storm inside her heart. Ooh, she knows the dark, but she does not belong to it. Ooh, she holds the spark, and she keeps walking through it. In the mirror she sees every year, every goodbye, every hidden tear. But there is beauty in the lines of a soul that chose to rise. She says love is not a cage to keep, not a wound you learn to need. If it costs the light inside your eyes, then it is not love, it is disguise. She is a woman after midnight, standing where the shadows break. She is a whisper in the low light, learning what her heart can take. She is the flame beneath the cold ray, soft but never torn apart. She is the woman after midnight, with a storm inside her heart. She is a woman after midnight, no longer begging to be seen. She is a queen of all her silence, walking out of what has been. And when the morning finds her face, she will not run, she will not hide. She will wear the dawn like grace, with the whole night still inside. She came in late with the rain on her dress, a little bit wounded, but nevertheless the room turned quiet when she passed through, like every shadow was waiting too. The saxophone whispered against the wall, slow like a lover afraid to fall. The piano answered in minor gold, soft as a secret too heavy to hold. She had a smile that could hide the ache, a heart that bent but refused to break. And in her eyes, beneath the blue, was every goodbye she had made it through. She did not want another flame that only knew how to burn her name. She wanted love that could let her breathe, not hands that held just to make her bleed. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. He used to call when the night was deep, when loneliness would not let him sleep, and she would answer soft and tired, still mistaking need for fire. He gave her kisses with empty hands, made broken promises sound like plans. And every morning he disappeared, leaving silence where she once felt near. But time can turn a wound to sight, teach a blind heart how to read the night. And every tear she tried to hide became a river changing tide. Now she no longer bends her soul to keep a half-love feeling whole. She lets the old dream fade from view and makes a life from something true. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Ooh, let the saxophone rise like mercy through the dark. Ooh, let the piano cry for the breaking of her heart. Ooh, she is not lonely, she is learning to be free. Some nights are not empty, they are room enough to breathe. In a corner booth beneath blue light, she saw his face across the night. Same old charm, same tired eyes, same beautiful mouth full of beautiful lies. He said he missed the way she stayed, the way she loved, the way she prayed. But she had heard that song before and did not need the hurt anymore. She smiled like smoke, then looked away. Some love is only meant to teach, some names are only passing rain, some hands were never meant to reach. The bass moved low beneath her skin like something quiet waking in. And all the years she thought were gone returned as strength before the dawn. Warm smoke, cold moon, she learned to leave, not a moment too soon. Warm smoke, soft rain, she found herself at the end of pain. Warm smoke, slow bloom, she is not a ghost in someone else's room. Warm smoke, new flame, she walks away and keeps her name. When morning brushed the window glass, she let the final shadow pass. No tears to beg, no words to prove, no heavy chain left there to move. She stepped outside, the street was wide, the moon was fading still by her side. And in the quiet afterglow, she finally knew what love should do. She moved like snow through a room of smoke, a silver breath no one dared to hold. The piano touched one minor chord, and every heart looked toward the door. Her voice rose high where the cold stars sleep, soft as a secret, dark as the deep. She did not sing to be understood, she sang like sorrow finally could. A trumpet sighed from far away, like gold dissolving into gray. The saxophone bent low and thin, like old regret beneath the skin. She had loved a man with empty eyes, a velvet mouth and practiced lies. He gave her nights that felt divine, then left her frozen in sad time. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, gave to you. She kept her tears behind her smile, walked through the city mile by mile, neon dripping from the rain like broken diamonds down the pane. She used to think that love should ache, that every kiss should bend and break, that if she bled and still stayed near, it meant the feeling was sincere. But midnight taught her to wise, with patient hands and moonlit eyes. A heart is not a debt to pay, and love is not a place to stay. When all the rooms begin to close, when every promise turns to ghost, the soul becomes its own soft flame and whispers gently, say your name. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. Ooh, let the trumpets fade. Ooh, let the saxophone weep. I have made peace with the darkness, but it does not get to keep me. Ooh, let the old love go. Ooh, let the night confess I was not born for begging. I was born for tenderness. In the blue hotel of 3:30, she faced the ghost she used to be, a girl who waited pale and still for someone else to choose her will. She touched her chest and softly cried, forgive the heart that stayed and tried. She only wanted to be seen inside a love that felt like dream. Then silence opened like a door. She did not need him anymore. No final kiss, no cruel goodbye, just one long breath beneath the sky. And in that breath the world grew wide. The frozen moon moved from inside. She found a light no hands could take, a door no broken love could break. Luminous silence, hold me above the pain. I have been lost in shadows, but I am not their name. Luminous silence, carry my heart through blue. I will not disappear for what I gave to you. Luminous silence, soft above the rain. I bless the scar that taught me how to come home again. Luminous silence, high and clear and true. I am not the wound you left, I am the light that made it through. She left the room before the sun. No battle lost, no battle won, just footsteps fading, slow and bright. A siren walking out of night. the city breathing slow, beneath the streets where cold winds go. A pale blue light across her face, like sorrow dressed in satin grace. The piano whispered from below, a minor chord, a quiet snore, and every note knew where she'd been. A room of love, a house of sin. She kept his name behind her teeth, like something buried underneath. Not out of longing or regret, just one last ghost she had not met. But in the dark she softly learned, some bridges fall so hearts can't turn. And every dream that fades from view makes space for something clean and true. Nocturne for a broken heart, play it low and play it slow. Let the lonely pieces start to find the light they used to know. Nocturne for a broken heart, in the blue where shadows bloom. She is not what fell apart, she is what walked out of the room. He was a song she used to need, a velvet lie, a silver bleed. He made the night feel warm and deep, then left her crying in her sleep. She gave him all her softer years, her open hands, her quiet tears. But love that feeds on sacrifice will always ask a higher price. Now she does not curse the rain, she does not bargain with the pain. She lets it move across her skin, then lets the silence carry him. She says, I loved with all I had. That does not make me weak or sad. A heart that breaks and still can feel is proof that something there was real. Nocturne for a broken heart, play it low and play it slow. Let the lonely pieces start to find the light they used to know. Nocturne for a broken heart, in the blue where shadows bloom. She is not what fell apart, she is what walked out of the room. Ooh, let the saxophone cry for the girl I used to be. Ooh, let the smoke rise high till the past releases me. Ooh, I am not his shadow. Ooh, I am not his crime. I am the woman after sorrow, turning wounds into time. In the mirror, 3:30. She met the one she used to be, the girl who waited by the door, believing pain was something more. She touched the glass with gentle hands and said, I finally understand. You stayed because you wanted love, not because you weren't enough. The room went quiet, wide and still. The moon lay frozen on the sill, and in that pale and haunted glow, she felt the old chains letting go. No thunder came, no angels sang, no church bells over midnight rang. Just one deep breath, one honest tear, and suddenly the road was clear. Nocturne for a broken heart, play it low and play it slow. Let the lonely pieces start to find the light they used to know. Nocturne for a broken heart, in the blue where shadows bloom. She is not what fell apart, she is what turn for a broken heart, soft as smoke and sharp as rain. She forgave the shattered part and gave herself her name again. When morning touched the empty street, she stood alive on tired feet, no longer begging night to stay. She carried dawn and walked away. She sat alone where the blue lamps burn, with her heart too wise to still return. The saxophone moved through the air like someone's hands that once were there. The piano touched a smoky key, soft as a wound, deep as the sea. And in the hush between each sound, she felt her old dreams falling down. She did not cry, she did not blame, she only whispered her own name, as if the woman she had lost was coming home at any cost. He was a kiss in a dangerous light, a warm mistake on a lonely night. He made her feel like she could fly, then taught her how a soul can die. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me soft and slow. I am not the girl he wounded, I am the one he'll never know. The bass was low like a secret breath, moving close to the edge of death. The brushes swept the silence clean like footsteps through a fading dream. She used to call his absence fate, used to dress her hurt as fate, used to think if she stayed kind, he might learn to change his mind. But love should never make you small, should never make you beg at all, should never leave you cold in bed and ask you why you need more care. So she laid the old hope down like a torn lace evening gown, and let the darkness see her face without the mask, without the grace. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me soft and slow. I am not the girl he wounded, I am the one he'll never know. Ooh, let the saxophone rise like smoke above my skin. Ooh, let the piano cry for the places I have been. Ooh, I forgive the wanting, ooh, I forgive the fall. I was not weak for loving, I was human after all. In the mirror, dim and white, she saw the girl she kept inside, the one who smiled through every tear, the one who disappeared each year. She touched the glass and softly said, you are not we fled. You are not the hands that lied, you are the soul that stayed alive. Then something gentle filled the room, not quite sunlight, not quite moon, a quiet warmth beneath the blue, a breath that said, begin anew. No final message, no last call, no shadow waiting in the hall. Just her own heart, slow and clear, beating louder than the fear. Midnight velvet prayer, carry me through the rain. I have loved what could not love me, I have survived the pain. Midnight velvet prayer, hold me soft and slow. I am not the girl he wounded, I am the one he'll never know. Midnight velvet prayer, let the old ghosts fade. I will not become the sorrow of the choices that he made. Midnight velvet prayer, let the dark be kind. I have found a sacred doorway in the ruins of my mind. When morning came in silver threads, she rose from all her haunted beds. No longer waiting to be saved, no longer sleeping in his grave. She walked outside with quiet eyes, the rain still falling from the skies, but every drop against her face felt like mercy, felt like grace. She came in quiet like the end of rain, with silver sorrow running through her veins. The room went still when she crossed the floor, like every shadow had seen her before. Her voice was pale as a winter moon, a fragile flame in an empty room. She did not speak, but the silence knew there was a storm she was walking through. She wore the night like a second skin, too tired to lose, too cold to give in. And in her eyes, under all that blue, was a woman learning how to choose. Frozen blue, but still alive. Her heart can break and still survive. Frozen blue under midnight glass, she let the old love fade like smoke from the past. He loved her soft when the lights were low, then disappear when the truth would show. A beautiful lie with a velvet touch, the kind of pain that feels like too much. She used to wait by the telephone with a glass of wine and a heart of stone, counting the seconds between each breath, like loving him was a kind of death. But lonely nights can make you wise, they burn the hunger from your eyes. And when the morning would not come, she became her only sun. Frozen blue, but still alive. Her heart can break and still survive. Frozen blue under midnight glass, she let the old love fade like smoke from the past. She does not cry loud. Ooh, she takes the sorrow like perfume in the hall. Ooh, she does not beg now. Ooh, she does not plead. She learned that love is not love if it makes you bleed. The saxophone whipped from a distant room, like a ghost trapped inside perfume. The piano moved with a wounded grace as she remembered his lying face. She raised her eyes to the mirror's glow and whispered words only ghosts would know. I forgive the girl who stayed too long. She was only trying to be loved wrong. Now every scar is a quiet door, every tear is a polished floor, and every dream that turned to dust taught her the shape of self-trust. Frozen blue, but still alive. A heart can break and still survive. Frozen blue under midnight glass. She let the old love fade like smoke from the past. Frozen blue, but not afraid. She found a light in the mess he made. Frozen blue, soft as a prayer. She stopped searching for love in hands that were never there. When dawn arrived, she did not run. She faced the pale and patient sun. No grand revenge, no final show, just one deep breath, then letting go. She left the room with her head held high, a ghost no more beneath the sky. And all the dark that made her cold became the blue that made her go. Your heartbeat before I saw you pass. The room is soft and narrow with a blue light pouring in. The piano trembles like a secret on your skin. You carry rain behind you, you carry smoke inside. You say you came for nothing, but your eyes don't know how to lie. I let the silence open like a velvet little wound. One breath turns the air warm, one note changes the room. Come slow, let the bassline bloom. Stay close in the amber gloom. I am gentle, but I rise like a flame behind your eye. Let me pull you under where the honeyed shadows sway. I'll sing soft then climb higher till your sorrow melts away. Warm like velvet, deep like wine, I'll be the glow you cannot define. Let me pull you under where the sax lines bend and breathe. I'm Rusty brushes move beneath us like soft footsteps on the floor. Low bass whispers through the corner, then it asks for nothing more. Saxophone lines keep floating slow and smoky through the haze. Long notes hang like silver ribbons in the candle color space. You don't need to say you're lonely, I can hear it in your hands. Some wounds only turn beautiful when the darkness understands. Don't hide, let the feeling rise. Don't fight, let the night decide. I am tender, but I know how to make your silence glow. Let me pull you under where the honey shadows sway. I'll sing soft and climb higher till your sorrow melts away. Warm like velvet, deep like wine, I'll be the glow you cannot define. Let me pull you under where the sax lines bend and breathe. I'm the siren in the low light, you never wanna leave. The room grows warmer, the smoke turns gold. Your heart speaks softly through what it won't hold. I won't promise morning, I won't promise peace, but I can make the night bloom with one breath of me. Soft drums breathing, low bass leaning, sax notes rising, old wounds dreaming, my voice climbing, your fear fading, warm light trembling, no more waiting. Let me pull you under where the honey shadows sway. I'll sing soft and climb higher till your sorrow melts away. Warm like velvet, deep like wine, I'll be the glow you cannot define. Let me pull you under where the sax lines bend and breathe. I'm the siren in the low light, you never wanna leave. Honey shadows fading into blue. When the night is over, I'll still be inside you. Silver rain on black marble street, slow reflections beneath my feet. Every neon sign flickers tired like old desires slowly expired. Your shadow waits beside the bar, half concealed beneath cigar smoke stars. You the trumpet through the wall, sounds like heaven right before the fall. The room is drowning in blue haze, dusty records spin for days, and your pale voice cuts through the dark like moonlight through a dying heart. You lean closer, breathing slow, soft as snow on empty roads. Every silence in your eyes feels too sacred for goodbye, and I drift further every time you sing. smoke dissolving into midnight wind. Silver rain on black marble, cold noir sky above the train. Two lonely souls suspended weightless inside the endless rain. Hold me like the fading piano, floating low beneath the blue, like the final cigarette burning between me and you. Champagne trembling in your hand, like shattered dreams and wedding bands. Outside the city moves too slow, a wounded river made of chrome. Your perfume lingers in the air, soft and dangerous everywhere. And every note the saxophone cries feels like another love that died. The elevator hums downstairs like a tired ghost saying prayers. Long hallways glow in faded gold, beautiful, empty, cold. You whisper softly near my ear, words I almost cannot hear, but your voice hangs crystalline above the static in my mind. And your high notes rise like pale cathedral light, haunting every corner of the night. Silver rain on black marble, cold noir sky above the train. Two lonely souls suspended weightless inside the endless rain. Hold me like the fading piano, floating low beneath the blue, like the final cigarette burning between me and you. No morning waiting for us now, only smoke beneath the clouds, only distant sirens crying through the frozen avenue. But your voice remains untouched, soft as silk and sharp as truth. Long notes trembling through the darkness like stars dissolving into blue. And for one slow moment the whole world disappears, leaving only tape hiss, moonlight and your tears. Silver rain on black marble while the city fades away, while every broken jazz refrains begins to decay. Touch me like a final memory, too beautiful to keep, too luminous ghosts beneath the Noir, falling endlessly asleep. Let it trumpet, blue hotel glow, rainwater shining on your skin, your voice fading far above me, like a dream I almost lived in. Don't look away, stay. Soft light falling on your skin, like a secret pulling in. Every shadow moves too slow, like it knows what we don't show. Isn't the woman low? Chasing places we won't go. Your reflection in my eyes feels like something we disguise. Saxophone, a quiet flame, calling out without a name. Every note begins to rise and dissolves before it tries. You get closer, I feel everything in the space between our breath. Every silence pulls me under like a slow and perfect depth. You're the velvet glow in my silence, soft and deep but never still. Every touch a quiet violence, every pause a hidden thrill. Hold me where the night keeps breathing, where we don't have to pretend. Even if we're slowly leaving, let this moment never end. One bass moving underneath, like a pulse I almost feel. Your voice lingers in the dark like a slowly fading spark. Sax lines drifting intertwine with every thought I keep inside. There's a rhythm in your gaze pulling me into its maze. Your fingers hover, then they fall, like you don't resist at all. And every second stretches thin between where we are and where we've been. I can feel it rising slowly, like a wave I can't control. Every moment leans us closer to the edge of letting go. You're the velvet glow in my silence, soft and deep but never still. Every touch a quiet violence, every pause a hidden thrill. Hold me where the night keeps breathing, where we don't have to pretend. Even if we're slowly leaving, let this moment never end. Don't say my name, it breaks the spell. Let me stay inside this feeling where nothing fades and nothing tells. Velvet glow, stay close, don't let go. Stay close, don't let go. Stay close, don't let go. You're the velvet glow in my silence, a quiet fire I can't deny. Every breath a soft defiance, every glance a deeper high. Hold me in this endless motion where your darkness feels like home. Even if it's just illusion, I won't face it alone. Stay just a little longer, don't disappear. Stay, don't let it move. Frosted glass against your lips, lips, a trembling pause that slowly slips. Your shadow bends but never stays, like something lost between the frames. Did chords drift out of time? Each note dissolves before it rhymes. I hear your heartbeat far below, a quiet place I shouldn't go. You get close, then disappear, like a breath I couldn't keep. In the silence, I can feel you moving softly underneath, frozen velvet in your touch. I feel everything too much. You don't stay, you never do. Still I'm drawn into you. Hold me in this hollow light where nothing's wrong and nothing's right. Even if you fade away, I'll beg for you to stay. Sacks like broken air, calling something never there. Your fingers hover near my skin, but never let the feeling in. Low and breathing, soft and slow, like something buried deep below. I trace the shape you never show, a fragile truth I'll never know. Every second stretches thinner, like it's slipping out of place. And I'm falling without warning into your empty space. Frozen velvet in your touch, I feel everything too much. You don't stay, you never do. Still I'm drawn into you. Hold me in this hollow light where nothing's wrong and nothing's right. Even if you fade away, I'll beg for you to stay. Don't go. Not yet. Don't go. Not yet. Let it happen. Quiet venom on your lips. Every word slowly drips. You don't lie, you delay. What you feel fade away. Soft reflections in your eyes, like a truth in disguise. I don't chase, I remain, like a pulse in your brain. Feel me now. control pulls you out of your soul. Hold me close, let it stay in the parts you decay. I'm the secret you'll become. Quiet venom going Distant horns slowly cry like a sound left to die. Every line incomplete pulls you under soft and deep. You don't break, you erase every sign, every trace, till there's nothing left but me. In the dark you can see. Stay with me. Don't divide. There's no truth left inside. On the test you can't trace. Soft dissolving time and space. Every breath you control pulls you out of your soul. Slow fade. Unmade. No end, no escape. Don't wake. I remain inside. Don't move. Amber on the ceiling, in a liner flame. The piano moves and whispers like a hand across the night. Every chord is soft and heavy, every shadow turns to light. Your eyes are full of rain clouds, your mouth is full of blue. You say you came here empty, but the room is full of you. I let the darkness hold us like a velvet open door. One breath pulls you closer, then you want a little more. Come slow, let the low drums breathe. Stay near, let the whole world leave. I am tender, but our eyes like a secret in your eyes. Let me cast my amber spell over everything you hide. I'll sing soft into your sorrow till it opens from inside. Warm as smoke, deep as wine. I'll be the glow you can't define. Let me cast my amber spell where the lonely candles sway. I'm the voice saxophone lines move slowly through the haze behind the wall. Long notes bloom like bruised roses, then dissolve before they fall. You don't have to say you're broken, I can hear it in your breath. I can lift the ache up gently till it feels like tenderness. Don't hide, let the feeling climb. Don't fight, let it take its time. I am gentle, but I know how to make your silence glow. Let me cast my amber spell over everything you hide. I'll sing soft into your sorrow till it opens from inside. Warm as smoke, deep as wine, I'll be the glow you can't define. Let me cast my amber spell where the lonely candles sway. I'm the voice that turns your darkness into something you can stay. The brass eyes on the moonlight, the room bends in a cold. Your heart beats like a secret, too beautiful to hold. I won't promise daylight, I won't ask for truth. Just let my voice move higher through the midnight inside you. Soft drums breathing, low bass leaning, sax notes rising, old wounds dreaming. Amber light falling, your fear fading, my voice glowing, no more waiting. Let me cast my amber spell over everything you hide. I'll sing soft into your sorrow till it opens from inside. Warm as smoke, deep as wine, I'll be the glow you can't define. Let me cast my amber spell where the lonely candles sway. I'm the voice that turns your darkness into something you can stay. Amber on the ceiling, smoke against your skin. When the night is over, you'll still hear me within. Stay close, don't let the moment fade. Soft shadows on your lips like a secret in a kiss. Every word you never say pulls me deeper anyway. Move with the anode, drips like rain, falling slow across my veins. Your reflection in the dark leaves a trace of quiet spark. Saxophone in velvet sighs moves beneath your half-closed eyes. Every note begins to bloom, then dissolves inside the room. You lean closer, I feel everything in the space we barely cross. Every silence wraps wraps around me like a beautiful soft loss. Soft shadows on your lips tonight, pull me in without a fight. Every touch a quiet flame, never lost but never named. Hold me where the night feels slow, where we don't have to let go, even if we're bound to fall. Let me feel it all. Warm bass moving through the air, like your fingers almost there. Every breath a subtle way, pulling me into the haze. Sax lines linger, bend and sway, like they're asking me to stay. Your gaze drifts but never breaks, like a promise no one makes. Every second stretches thin between where we've been and where we're in, and I feel the tension rise, hidden deep inside your eyes. I can feel it growing slowly, like a fire under skin. Every moment leads us deeper into something we won't win. Soft shadows on your lips tonight, pull me in without a fight. Every touch a quiet flame, never lost but never named. Hold me where the night feels slow, where we don't have to let go, even if we're bound to fall. Let me feel it all. Don't speak, let it stay like this. Pale reflection, drifting blue. Every shadow shaped like you. Frozen moments stretched too thin, breaking softly from within. Never piano falls apart, each note lands inside my heart, then disappears before it's known, like a truth I've never shown. Distant horns begin to sigh through the edges of the night, calling something undefined, a quiet echo in my mind. You move closer without touching, like a dream that won't arrive. In the stillness, I can feel you more than anything alive. You're the luminous silence between us, a presence I cannot hold, soft as a breath in the darkness, cold but it never feels cold. I reach out into the quiet, but you fade before I do. Even lost in the distance, I still belong to you. Subtle pulses, barely there, like a heart has a name. Fading illusion, drifting into my sleep. Hold me inside this absence, where your shadow feels like truth. Even if you're just a moment, I'll stay suspended in you. Signal, it is dreaming in decay. Soft frequency of midnight, leading me away. I drift inside a velvet skin, between the ghost of where I am. Your voice is low, electric snow that falls on places I don't know. Tender chords like broken glass reflect the things that never pass, and I'm tuned to disappear inside a very patient fear. Subtle bass like distant tides pulling thoughts I try to hide, and every step I never take is another sound you make. Don't speak too loud, I might dissolve into the sound we can't resolve. You are my Noir frequency lullaby, singing low where the lost things lie. I fall asleep inside your tongue, even when I'm all alone. Hold me in this radio dark, where silence leaves a perfect mark. I'm not yours, I'm not mine, I am just a fading line. Clockless rooms and cigarette air, I exist but I'm not there. Your memory plays in reverse, like a slow and gentle curse. Saxophone like broken light, cutting through the frozen night, and I follow every trace of your disappearing face. If I stop singing, will you still hear a perfect mark. I am not yours, I am not mine. I am just a fading line. And transmission, slow decay. I was never meant to stay. Blue midnight spilling down the boulevard, rain like diamonds on abandoned cars. Every traffic light hums low and weak, like tired lovers too afraid to speak. Your long black coat drifts through the smoke, soft as sins nobody ever wrote. To the piano, leaking through the walls like ghosts dancing in empty halls. The trumpet sighs from somewhere far, underneath the fluorescent stars, and your pale voice enters slow, like holy water over snow. You sit beside the hotel flame, half forgetting your own name. Silver rings against the glass, watching another lifetime pass. Carry oceans after storms, cold and endless, beautifully warm. Noir angels in slow motion, floating through the blue decay. Two broken hearts inside the static, trying not to fade away. Touch me like the distant saxophone, crying through the haze, like the final spark of heaven, lost inside the maze. Dust hangs softly in the room, like roses learning how to bloom. Tape hiss breathing underneath every silence, every dream. Outside the subway moans below, a wounded machine moving slow, while moonlight drips from fire escapes onto half-forgotten mistakes. Your whisper barely cuts the dark, still it lands inside my heart, like fragile glass beneath the rain, like pleasure stitched with pain. And every note your high voice holds turns the neon into gold, long and trembling through the air, like a prayer nobody hears. I keep falling every time your shadows move, like smoke dissolving in a midnight blue. Noir angels in slow motion, floating through the blue decay. Two broken hearts inside the static, trying not to fade away. Touch me like the distant saxophone, crying through the haze, like the final spark of heaven, lost inside the maze. No daylight left to save us now, only rain beneath the clouds, only empty shadows drifting through the darkness like halos over crime scenes, and the city disappears beneath us, every street becoming smoke, while your breath remains beside me, warm enough to hold the cold.